How's this for an early stream, eh? Test, test. Test, test. Alright, cool. It's working. Everything's going fine. Do that. Alright. Coolio. Let's get this started. Let's see how much I can do with this. I'm hoping I can do a decent amount. I do know this game very well. Yeah, I kind of just wanted to play Crash. So that's why we're here. Because I got some time before the Sonic race, so we'll just kind of go until that happens, which won't be for like another hour or so from now, so I got some time. So let's do this. Yeah, I'm gonna try my best to 100% this as well before my time's up, but I know we'll see. I'm hoping we'll get most of it done. Hopefully the original controls don't mess me up too much. Just play it out so it plays a cutscene. Yeah, I'm definitely glad they didn't do this in the other games, because most people probably didn't even, like, know the intro cutscene existed and just press start.
But Dr. Cortex, we have not determined the cause of past failures. Moron! This Bandicoot will be my general, and he will lead my Cortex commandos to world domination. This time I shall reign triumphant. We are closer than ever before. Quickly, into the vortex! But Dr. Cortex, the vortex is not ready. We have no idea what it could do. Failure again. Capture him!
Lol.
Uh-oh. Prepare the female Bandicoot.
And there we go. Yeah, I played this version of the game off and on the past like year or so. Just do yeah. I mean I probably shouldn't have skipped that. I want to be authentic. Yeah, it was very important to show that. But yeah. Crash 1 isn't my favorite game in the world, but you know, I want to do a full series marathon. So that includes the original versions of the game of the PS1 trilogy. Yeah, good old Crash 1 physics. I feel like... Yeah, I feel like the majority of this won't be too bad. I feel like I'm probably gonna... My first hit is probably gonna be in, like, the second rollers level. Because that usually does me in. I probably shouldn't be dying too much, though. Especially given how the gems work in this version. Like, it's very easy for something to just randomly nip you, though. Yep. Very easy first level. Yeah, look at all these Crash 1 save files. This one, there's a bunch of levels on the first island that you can't fully complete right away, annoyingly enough. But you can do most of the second and third islands, but this one you really just have to come back for a lot of the colored gems. It's a bit annoying, but it's fine. Yeah, these first a few levels aren't that bad though, especially since you can kind of just cheese it with a lot of invincibility. The game's pretty generous about that. So, yeah. There is something charming about these old PS1 visuals, though. Like, oh, I do think overall the Insane trilogy does look better for the it does look better for Crash 1 specifically. Crash 2, I think it genuinely like. I mean, Crash 2 Insane still looks good, but I do think it loses a lot of the little details of the original. But still, like, the original Crash 1, like, does still hold up visually, I think. And you don't have... This version, the boxes and the bonuses don't count to the gem, so I'm just gonna do them, like, as I find them. There's no reason to skip them on the first visit. I'd usually do that on Insane, because there's no point doing the bonus right away if I can't get the gem anyways. But that doesn't matter here, so I might as well just do it. I feel like they removed one of those piranha plants in the Insane trilogy. Yeah, this one is also not completable. There's like 3 stages you can fully complete right away. Yeah, just kind of. I like seeing how far I can go before I take damage. It would be cool if I can do the whole first. I keep wanting to say warp room. That's not what it is. Oh, great. Yeah, I don't particularly love Crash 1's controls, but it's not too bad. I can easily adjust to it over time. Although one thing it does have over Insane is it's more floaty, which works better with the Crash 1's design, because it's a lot easier to make like far jumps compared to Insane. Yeah, just wait. I could have made that, but I'm not. I'm fine. This is. I do technically want to try and beat this fast, but this is also technically not a speed run. I'm not trying to bum rush it. Oh, frick. That was almost bad. Oh, we're fine. We're fine. Yeah, we should get 99 lives in no time, honestly. This game, like, for the casual player, this game is hard, but this game ain't hard for me. Like, the trilogy is easy, is very easy for me nowadays. So I shouldn't be having too much trouble here. Even with the restriction or the whole gem thing of like you can't die, I'm not too worried about that. Like if we were playing It's About Time, I'd be really stressing about that, but here not so much. I used to, but you know, I don't think Crash 1 is too hard. It has its moments, but like it's gonna be fine. So that's an interesting change. So in the Insane Trilogy, I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, I could be misremembering, but I'm pretty sure the, oh frick, I almost messed it up. I'm pretty sure the masks get removed when you enter a boulder chase level. I mean, it doesn't really make much of a difference anyway, because if you get caught by this thing, you're just dead anyways. But it's nice that they, let you keep it in this version. Yeah, and also just a nice little, trick you can do. If you wiggle the, the D-pad in this case, in the air, you do go further. So you can kind of just use that to, get ahead of the boulder a little bit. Because it can get dangerously close otherwise. It's a little bit uncomfortable to do that on a D-pad, but it does help. There we go. I'm mainly worried about the third island if I had to be honest. Yeah, if there is one thing I will say, I do prefer Crash 1's progression system, and I'm kind of glad they brought that back in It's About Time, because I just like the progression of, like, you're on a journey, one level at a time, and you don't have, like, the choice of, like, a bunch of different levels at once. I don't mind that style of approach. I think it does, allow you to have more flexibility with level tropes and stuff, but I do prefer the Crash 1 method. I do like my games having like a feeling like an ongoing journey, if you will. Just because I was, oh frick, just because I was, oh right, I can't get the gem here. What am I doing? Playing it the other day. The Rayman series is usually pretty good about that. Like Rayman Origins, Rayman 2, Rayman 3 all feel like these big sprawling journeys or what have you. And I just enjoy that kind of approach. Not so much Legends though. I'm hoping the remake does seem to be fixing that, or at least changing that. I don't want to say fixing it because it's not exactly a bad approach to game design, but it's definitely not something I prefer. I mean, something like Mario 64 Sunshine is also good. Like you have like the hub, but like you get transported to like different parts of the island or different worlds through paintings. Like that's cool too. Like something more than just a simple level select. really annoying when it's only a few boxes as well. I'm hoping I can do the hog level fine. That might be my first death, honestly. Oh, frick, almost. Okay, let's not choke, please. Oh, frick. Okay, we're fine. Yeah, the bosses... There's like... There's two bosses that I really like. Or not really like, but there's two bosses I like. The others are... fine. I can't get the gem here either. So I just kind of... I'll get the bonuses though. Wait, why am I... Oh, why did they get rid of my masks? That's annoying. Seems to be really inconsistent with that. And if I'm not mistaken, we get our first Brio bonus in this stage. Which are the super hard ones. And yeah, they don't give you keys or let you save your game or anything. They're solely there to give you lives. Which I don't need them, but I want to, you know, I want to give it a try. Ooh, frick. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's just the Brio in that. Oh, yeah, another little weird thing about Crash 1. If you spin in the air, you just do like a little spin. And this is the only game that does that. Not even N-Sane's Crash 1 does that. It's really weird. You kind of have to keep that in mind sometimes, because if you're not aware of that, that can kind of screw you over at some points. Because it's like, you're not spinning as much as you... Oh, frick. Oof, that was almost bad. Not spinning as much as you think you should be. There we go. Doing well so far. Ooh! Okay. That worked out better than I was expecting. Okay, okay. Cool. Bounds. Oh, hi, Soph. I'm surprised anyone's here at this hour. I don't usually stream this early. How you doing? I hope sound balance is okay. Good old bounds round. Alright, let's see how... I might... Okay, yeah. This is probably going to be the first quote-unquote death, but I'll try. Yeah. Yeah, I don't usually do this. I did it... Oh, frick. Well, there's the first hit, I guess. Well, at least I cleared it. Yeah, I was gonna stream later for the Sonic Origins race with Lewis, but, that's not starting for like another hour or so. And I kind of just wanted to play this, so, yeah. This is kind of just a race to, in a sense, to see how far I can get. Because yeah, I can get through the Crash games pretty quickly. Alright. This one might cause trouble. I do remember the hitboxes on the boxes being a little bit finicky, but yeah. Yeah. Because like, if you don't hit them very specifically, sometimes it just doesn't work. Bears repeating moment. Yeah. I do not miss that. I remember the first time I played that, I was like on there for like an hour. How long was I on that for? It's crazy. Yeah, fully completing that game was something else, alright. I feel like I'd probably do better nowadays, but... Ah, dang it. Yeah, I'm not at all surprised that this is the first roadblock. Yeah, they did update the thing. I think they made it so... I could be misremembering. I think what they did is, if you hit the crates, the 4-in-1 crates or whatever, like stacked on top of each other, I think if you touch any part of those, you just hit all of them. I think that's what they did with the update, because it's really annoying to hit like 3 out of 4 of them, because that happened like all the time. Alright, there we go. Okay, I'm hoping I got all of those. And it tricks you there, you want... Yeah, alright. Yo. Yeah, you can... Yeah, you can only get 3 gems on the first island on the initial run. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, I'd say, yeah, I'd definitely say Hogwild and Native Fortress are where the game actually starts getting hard. Like this one is especially quite the jump in difficulty for a platforming stage compared to what you've been doing before. And then Hogwild is just the, you know, the difficulty of like just the having an on-rail section. Yeah, at the very least, I don't have to worry about speedrunning or time trials or anything. I can just kind of do a casual run. I wonder if you can do that. Oh, you can do that. Okay. I don't know if that helps in this version, but... Yeah, because the... One change that I'm not in love with Insane is that anytime you bounce off of something, and this is also why the high road is way harder on Insane, when you bounce on when well, bounce off anything, really. Your jump gets, like, cut in half. Whereas in the original games, it's momentum-based, or whatever you call it, where... What is it? Not... How do I explain this? It's like... Your top, like... Your movement speed doesn't change, basically. Like, you bounce off something, and it's gonna be, like, the same as if you jump normally. It doesn't, like, do some weird, physics stuff. I don't know why they did that in Insane. Because it just... There's certain things that are just infinitely harder because they, just cut your speed in half. I don't really get why they did that. Yeah, nice archaic save system. I don't really... Like, even for when this game came out, I don't really get what they were thinking with the hats. And this was like 1996, right? I don't know, I guess like normal saving wasn't like quite the norm just yet, but I mean, it's still weird. Like the fact that you can, like, it's totally possible for the game to have like a normal save system, and they just chose not to is really interesting to me. I mean, they certainly, yeah, they certainly, realized it was weird right after this game, so I'll give it, I'll chalk it up to just, like, first game weirdness. Oh, frick. Ah, dang it. Yeah, like... Honestly, it doesn't take too long for me to adjust to the original's controls. It's not great, but, like... With the level design you're given in this game, I don't think it's the worst. I think it's totally doable. Especially now that I think about it, this game does have a lot of 2D sections in it, so that does help. Yeah, I'm just gonna ignore them. I can't get the box gem anyway. And that's Island 1 done. So here's a little funny piece of trivia. In the Japanese version, the boxes falling on your head at the end, they kind of just drop all of them at once. Well, I mean, kind of. It basically, they just have like the one box fall down and it counts as like all the boxes falling. So speedrunners use that version because it's just quicker. Because it, like, that stuff just does add up after a while. They also move, they also move one of the colored gems. And some of the levels are moved around as well, which makes speedrunning a little bit faster for that version. Yeah, I've watched a lot of Crash speedruns, so... That was interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of weird differences. The, what is it? I want to say they swapped around Slippery Climb and Sunset Vista, which, is really weird because it doesn't really make sense on the map when you do that, but it's like, yeah. It's like, why is a castle on the second island when there's no castle? Yeah, I think they also there's a lot there's a lot of just little things in the Japanese version that make the game a little bit easier. I think they cut the high road in half. Like that level's like uh that level's a bit shorter in Japanese, and I remember hearing that there's more checkpoints and stuff. I could be wrong. That was bad. That was almost bad. Yeah, like, I definitely think Crash 2 and 3 are definitely, like, a big improvement in most ways, but there's some things about Crash 1 that I do prefer. Like, again, I prefer the, level structure. Like, I prefer, like, the game being, like, a journey instead of just disconnected levels. And, I do kind of, like, nowadays, like, I do enjoy the difficulty, because, I don't think Crash 1 is too bad nowadays, but, like, I don't, it's not really even, like, a difficulty thing for me. I just kind of like how every jump feels like it matters. Like, it feels very deliberately designed in a way. Like, Crash 2 and 3's designs are a lot more loose, which is also fun in its own way, but, you know. Ah, well, it's fine. I don't need to break all of these. Yeah. Just the natural progression from like natural areas to like more and more industrial stuff, which is something a lot of platformers did back in the day. Oh god. Yeah. And again, the game still looks it still holds up graphically, I think. Like I think Insane definitely looks better for Crash 1, but yeah, I don't think this original game looks bad by any means. As a the the old PS1 like art direction still has its charm, I think. Yeah. This okay, Ripperoo. I actually do like this boss. Like I do like that there's actually a strategy with this one. Okay, I think this. Ah, okay. It's like. I think that should do it. No, okay. No. It keeps on blowing up faster than I'm expecting. There we go. And he does like a... goes around like that. Yeah, it does like an upside down triangle. And then he does a diamond, which, that's not gonna do it. Brick! I could also just damage boost this, I guess. That's not as fun. No. Okay, that's fine. Oh, nice. Nice. Oh, frick. Okay. Okay, that... Oh, okay. We're fine, we're fine. Now. Maybe? Nice. Oh, okay, he does that, and then he... Okay, I could have hit him there. No. I think it's like 2 jumps. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I like that there's some actual strategy with that one. It's a little bit awkward to, like, get around because of how the jump works, but still. Here's the first color gem. I like these levels have a nice like look to them. Ooh. Honestly, I think these ruin levels are probably one of the harder. Not because of that. That was just dumb. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure the whole you can't die thing only comes into effect after you hit the first checkpoint. I think I'm fine for right now. I mean, if I'm wrong, then I'm gonna be very sad later, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. Yeah, I think these are probably some of the trickier levels in the game, honestly. Especially this annoying bits where you can't necessarily see if you got all the boxes. Yeah, yeah, it doesn't help that these levels go on for a bit. So having to rush and like dying like 3 minutes in is not super fun. Like thankfully the um times to beat are pretty generous, but like just doing a run through a quick run through the level where you don't die is like that's the hard part. Like a lot of, not all of them. There's some that are like kind of ridiculous, but a lot of Crash 1 time trials in Insane are surprisingly generous. It's just the fact that like the levels just doing a smooth run of the level where you don't die is the challenge, but some of the actual relic times are a lot more lenient than you'd think they would be. Like Stormy Ascent, the platinum on that is not actually that bad. It's just the fact that the level itself is so hard. But it's like, yeah, it's very interesting. Yeah, I will now I'm looking at this as well though. I will say, yeah, like again, I do think Insane does look really good. I do think it does miss some of the grittier details though. Like, I'm looking at this level specifically right now with all the ruins and stuff. I do think in some areas Insane Trilogy does look a bit too clean and not always for the right reasons. Like, I feel like a old abandoned ruin should look a little bit murky and like uh rusty and all that. Whereas in Insane it looks really clean, which I don't necessarily agree with in some instances. I don't know. I think Noida was just really good at visual design. And these guys suck though. Stuff like this can be a little bit evil. Okay, I'm pretty sure. Oh frick. Yeah. You can run through earlier, but your safest bet is just to run when they all like go out. Yeah, this yeah. Speed this is like the speed run killer. Like when you're doing the time trials for this, like these bits are just mean. Yeah. Okay, careful there. Dun, 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 dun. I'm just like, I'm still like, even for a game in 1996, like, I'm still kind of blown away by how this looks. Like, I'm surprised at just how much detail they managed to crank out of the PS1 back in the day. I'm not gonna bother. No, yeah, they don't. In this version, the bonuses are only here for you to save your game. Or in the case of the Cortex bonuses, get the keys. They don't actually count for the gem in this version. Like, that's something they actually added in Insane. Oh, oh! I did not like that. Jeez. I don't like this guy either. These guys are really annoying. Yeah? That could have been bad. Okay, I think we're good. Nice. Yeah. It's very interesting that they did that. Because in this version, you can't revisit bonuses. Like, as soon as you, finish a bonus stage, it's cleared forever. Like, you can't do it again. I'm pretty sure I can get the gem in this stage. I'm pretty sure. Okay, this is a little, like, minor thing. But I'm kind of glad they changed this in Insane. You see how these arrows just kind of pop out without any, like, warning? In Insane, they do, like, they poke out a little bit and then they go full out. I'm kind of glad they changed that. Like, obviously, like, there's it's not like a random pattern, like it's always the same pattern, but I'm kind of glad they gives you like a warning. Alright. I do like these levels though. I like how like atmospheric and moody they are. I think there's like two or three temple levels. I don't obviously like they didn't know this at the time they were making Crash 1. I assume they kind of made the story up as they went along, but in going by Crash 3, I'm pretty sure the implication is that Uka Uka is like stuck inside one of these temples somewhere. Which is, I think, a nice little lore thing. Now, if they did plan it in advance, there'd probably be like some kind of foreshadowing, but obviously there isn't. Alright, I want to be careful with this. Yeah. Yeah, I just love how focused the level design is, and God's sake. Did I really have to die to that? That was lame. Okay. Yeah, I love how focused the level design feels. Like, it doesn't feel like there's very long stretches of land, or just land, if you will, where, you know, in Crash 2 and 3, there's a lot of sections that is just travel space, if you will, where it's a lot of space is used for you to just, like, move around freely, which is probably mostly because of the slide jumps and stuff. Like, they want you to have fun just kind of, like, playing around with that. But, you know, again, there's something to be said about this focused platforming design. Like, again, it's not really a matter of, like, difficulty for me, it's just, you know, I just like some good platforming, really. It's like, even if Crash 1 isn't my favorite game in the series or anything like that, I do appreciate it a lot. Like, it does do, like, a lot of cool things. Ooh, okay, yeah, I was too hasty on that. I'm curious about some of the later games though. I have played all the mainline. I played like pretty much all the platformers. I am looking forward to revisiting some of them. And when we get to Crash 3, I actually do want to try and do the developer relics. Because, well, I mean, the game doesn't have dev relics, but you know what I mean. Because I've already done all the platinum relics. And the Crash 3 dev relics are apparently some of the hardest things to do in the whole series. So like if it gets like really bad, I might throw in the towel, but I want to at least give it an honest effort. But like that's for Crash 3. That's not gonna be for a little while. Please don't say I missed a box. Okay, cool. There's always the panic with Crash 1 and 2. There's no... You don't see the box tally until the very end. And it just kind of makes me panic. Like, realistically, having the box tally throughout the level doesn't really change anything, but it's just nice to know, like, where you are. And if you're, like, on the right track. Oh, okay, you need the red jump for this. Everyone's favorite level type. You gotta love how you can see the, third island in the distance as well. Nice story progression. I think it's very interesting that the music in Crash 1 is also a lot more low-key. It's a lot less bombastic compared to Crash 2 and 3. Like, I definitely prefer the Crash 2 and 3 soundtracks, but, like... Yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting choice for this game. Yeah, like your... Again, I don't love the jump in this version, but, like... Your jump's a lot more floaty and you can go a lot further because of it. And it just makes, like, these levels a little bit more... a little less scary. And then you have stuff like that happen. It's fine. Can't get the gem anyways. And, okay. It's fine. I do think this is a cool gimmick, though. I do, like, the whole, like, certain planks just snap, and, like, different ones, like, act differently. I think it's a good, I think this is a good idea for a level. Although, apparently these stages used to be way worse in, like, earlier versions. It's like they made the stage way easier, and and people still hate them, which is really funny. Like I can't imagine like what these stages used to be like. Oh, it's the end. Okay, I thought there was more. Okay, what is it? I think is it the next boulder level? Yeah, okay. And then I'm pretty sure it's Sunset Vista. Yeah, this boulder can... You don't do zigzag, which is like the thing where you wiggle the D-pad when you're in the air. This thing can get dangerously close at some points. And zigzag is not a thing in Insane as far as I'm aware. Yeah, I think it is pretty cool though. I kind of just realized this recently. I think it is kind of cool that each game in the trilogy has a different way of trying to slow you down in the chase levels. Like this game has all the posts and stuff that uh, slow you down pretty hard. Crash 2 has the mines, and then Crash 3 has the grass. I think that's kind of cool that they did that. Like, it's not always the same obstacle, but it's like the same type of obstacle, if that makes sense. Oh, I can't even get the box gem anyway. God damn it. I don't love that about Crash 1 either. There's a lot of levels you have to come back to, and yeah, I don't know. It's not great. Yeah, I don't mind revisiting levels in theory, but I think not having a warning of like whether or not you can do it right away is kind of crap. Oof, oof, oof. Okay, that was almost bad. Okay. It does, yeah, it definitely does feel like it. Like, it definitely feels like, I don't know, it's a very strange design choice. I don't mind it so much in, like, Crash, 3. You don't really do it so much in 2, from what I remember. Like, I think there's, like, some instances where you might have to play a level twice as you do things in in not the ideal order, but, you can usually do a pretty clean run. Crash 3 does do some level revisits, but I think it's okay in that game's case because, the the level revisit tends to be quite a bit different, and you're doing like full different sections, or in a lot of cases, you just need to do like a bit of the level, and then you just do a gem path, and then that's like the main reason you came back. So I don't think it's as bad in that game. And also, it doesn't do it anywhere near as much. So that does help. Secret Aku Aku? Yeah, I think it does also help that, like, in Crash 3, if you're revisiting a level for boxes, it's the second run through the level is a lot harder because you're doing all the optional path stuff, and in some instances you have to do the whole backtracking thing. Whereas in Crash 1, you're kind of just playing the same level again with no real changes. Especially since these levels go on for a bit, so it kind of just makes the problem a bit more egregious. Yeah, how about those not E3 announcements? It's been quite a pretty crazy like week or so, hasn't it? Oh, what am I doing? No good not E3 season. Yeah, I like how we just call it not E3 because it pretty much it's pretty much just been E3 week in everything but name. I feel like all the major players haven't like tried going this hard in a long time, like at the same time. This is a little bit scary. I will say this. Oh, fuck. I will say this. Something I was just kind of thinking about the other day with Switch Sports Resort is you know, I do have to wonder if they're gonna update the game later to include more sports, because I was kind of thinking, you know, if you're gonna have table tennis, tennis and volleyball in the same game, and like bring all these other sports back, I feel like you may as well have just done like bringing like boxing back for the first time, not counting Wii Sports Club and stuff like that. I feel like you may as well have just brought back all the sports and just made it like made that like the big selling point. It's like 20 sports in one game, like all you, every Wii sport is here kind of thing. I feel like you may as well have done that at that point. Like, you're gonna have tennis and table tennis in the same game, that you may as well. But maybe they're gonna maybe they'll update the game to where eventually it'll be oh frick, eventually it'll be that way. I'm gonna wait this out, but we'll see. I want yeah, I want swordplay back, and I want like some other thing. Oh, careful. What other ones? Bowling's a classic. Skateboarding looks cool. I like the look of that. I'm glad they're bringing back the plane. I want baseball back, actually. That's like, I would love a updated version of that. That's the only Wii Sports sport that's not in the game, so you may as well. Don't you do it. Okay, this bit usually gets me. Okay, so it takes a little bit for the... Okay. God, I hate the timing on this. Ugh, okay. Okay, okay. Okay. I have to be careful with this one, because I actually do have to clear this. Okay, okay, I'm fine. Okay, okay, cool. Nice. Oh, someone... Dom showed up in the VC for 0.2 seconds. Okay. Now this, I don't like this. I hate this jump. 2.8 seconds. I hate this jump so much. I don't like it. Ugh! Okay. I really don't like that jump. Nice. Number 2.8, final chapter prologue. Yeah, I am. The more I look at it, though, the more I'm cautiously optimistic about Switch Sports Resort. But we'll see. The main thing I didn't like about the original Switch Sports is the they got rid of a lot of the how the ranking ladder works, right? Like there was always something thrilling to me about like slowly ranking up and like fighting more and more difficult AI. And like, as far as I'm aware, that's not how it works in Switch Sports. But I never bought the game because I was like, yeah. It's a lot more online focused, isn't it? And this fell out at the end. Okay, that should be everything. We just played this online and that was it. Yeah, that's my problem with it. Like, I don't mind the online stuff being, like, there, but, Wii Sports was always fun for, like, the single-player side of it as well. Like, not just for the multiplayer. I hope they, learned from that. Yeah, that sounds, that sounds right from what I've heard about it. Like, imagine how cool it would be if you beat like the pro computer in like boxing or something, and then it unlocks like an accessory or something. I don't know. It unlocks like something so you can just kind of flaunt to your friends. Hey, look, I beat the pro the pro computer player. I don't know. I feel like it would just be inherently rewarding to have something like that. Well, also bring back stamps. That was cool. Yeah, I definitely want to keep an eye on Switch Sports Resort. I can't. I might not get it right away, but maybe there's potential for a stream there or two. We'll see. Yeah, that's also fair. I might. Yeah, again, I do wanna like. Wait. Yeah, I do want to keep an eye on it, and I'm cautiously optimistic, but I was also excited for Switch Sports, and like that became like a massive disappointment. So I'll see. We'll see what happens. Also, I like how, yeah, if you know you can like spin the boulders, this fight becomes like, this fight just kind of becomes a joke. But yeah. But hey, the fact that it's the same amount of sports as a Wii Sports Resort is a good start, at least. I'm not in love with the fact that we have tennis and table tennis, but still. Like, I think they're different enough, but also, I feel like there could have been, like, I feel like there could have been, like, more interesting things they could have done than that, instead of having two of a similar sport. Like, honestly, at that point, you might as well just bring in all of them. Just bring in badminton from the Switch Sports 1. Like, I don't know. If you're gonna bring in, like, two of the racket sports, whatever you want to call it, you know, just go all in at that point. I do hope it has a decent amount of content within each sport, though. Because Wii Sports Resort was great because of all these side modes and stuff. Like, I hope there's like, even if it's not like on the same level as Resort, I hope it's at least close to it. That's at least. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I hope it's more. I hope the single player doesn't get screwed over. Or the single player experience. Yeah, I think these machinery levels are probably my favorite levels in the whole game. I think they have a nice difficulty to them without being like too stupidly hard or anything. They have a nice like escalation in difficulty. There's some nice well-hidden secrets, and I just kind of enjoyed the obstacles and stuff in these levels. It does help that it has one of the best tracks in the game, music tracks in the game. Like and I think Insane does these levels super well. Like I think the machinery levels are one of the best remade levels in Insane. Like they look gorgeous. Like they did really well on those. But yeah, there's there's way too many games coming out in the next like year or so. Like I've been saying, I don't think I've said this in a stream yet, but legitimately, you could announce nothing for the next year and a half, and I'd still be satisfied. There's like way too many things coming out right now. Like, I think we're fine. But obviously, I still expect expect like a September direct. I feel like we're gonna see more of Ocarina of Time. Obviously, we're gonna see like Oh, I like how you can't like. Okay, I'm just gonna wait this out. Nice. Yeah. Schmoovin'. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna beat the game before Lewis comes on, but I'm gonna be pretty damn close. But yeah, like there's so much stuff coming out. Like, I completely forgot the other day that we still have Mega Man Dual Override next year as well. And then we have, if we do have KH4 next year as well, that's also like crazy in and of itself. That's gonna take up like, oh jeez, yeah, it's fine. That's like the hardest bonus in the game. Yeah, the amount of things coming out in the next like 4 months or so alone is ridiculous. Gaming, not gonna. Yeah, if we get like if we're gonna get FF7 Revelation and Kingdom Hearts 4, and like potentially the next 3D Mario and 3D Sonic game, like it's gonna be crazy. Like I'm fully expecting Mario and Sonic to be next year. And also Spyro, can't forget that. Like, jeez. It's gonna be a good time. It's a good time to be a platformer fan. I'll say that. I'll say that much. Because we got Rayman later this year as well. Now, what else we got? Like, we got Switch Sports, obviously. We got Rhythm Heaven, like, next month. There's Star Fox in, like, a week. There's Crazy Taxi, which I know there's, like, issues with, like, AI and stuff, but I'm still looking forward to that. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff. Like, I'm gonna be broke. Yeah, I am very curious about. I need to see more about the Ocarina remake. Like there's so much we still don't know about it, and I need like actual information. I'm hope I'm hoping it's not just a one-to-one remake, but it just looks pretty. I really hope they like go out of their way to like change a lot of things about the game. Because I feel like if you're going out of your way to remake the game again, you may as well just go all the way. Because we can already play the original game as it is, so like I want it to have like some substantial changes without like removing the soul of the game, if that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, so you can't get the box gem in this right away, so it's fine. Uh, I'd be curious on what they do with the dungeons, though. It's kind of hard for me to imagine how they changed them, but I also don't want it to be one-to-one either. Like, I want it to be like the same, some of the same core designs, like how the water temple you have the three water levels and stuff like that. Like, I want to have like similar designs from the original dungeons, but just the layout or like some of the puzzles are mixed up a bit, so it kind of like, you know, it keeps things fresh. It's not just the same thing again, you know. Like I want to see something different, and maybe some added dungeons like the um light temple that was, or whatever the heck. Like just a lot of having a lot of cut content would be nice. Like or like just adding more dungeons or new sections to areas and stuff. There's a lot they could do. We'll see what they end up going with. Yeah, I'd be yeah, I'd definitely be more jeez. I'd be more fine with dungeons being the same if we get like at least a few a few new ones. Yeah, that was kind of scary. I hope at the very least I do hope that there's a decent amount of new content. Oh, for God's sake. Get down the platform does when you land it. Yeah, it kind of messes with your jump a little bit. Oh, wait. I don't... Okay. I probably could have continued. Oh, well. Yeah, I am very curious on how this, this, Sonic race is gonna go. I feel... I wouldn't be surprised if Lewis wins, but I will do my best. Because he knows Sonic 2 way better than I do. I feel like it's gonna come down to Sonic 3. Yeah, and going back to KH4 as well, like, I'm very excited for that game. Like, the more, like, I see, like, people analyzing the trailer and stuff, the more I'm getting excited for it, because it's ticking a lot of the right boxes so far. Like the combat looks immediately, it's giving like a much better first impression than KH3. I'm hoping that like I'm really hoping that it's just gonna be like just an upwards trend from like Remind, because like Remind was already like a massive step up from KH3 Vanilla. So if we go beyond Remind, like we're gonna be in for something really fun, I think. And then like the story, like I'm very intrigued by the story, because it's like the first time, like we don't really know where it's gonna go. Like we have so many, I don't know, like nice. Okay, now I have to restart. But there's so many like uncertainties about the story, and I think that's really exciting because the KH3, like obviously we didn't know how a lot of things would have gone down, but we like before the game even was like started development, like we already had an idea of what they were gonna do with the story of that game. Like we knew it was gonna be like the Keyblade War of the 7 Guardians and 13 Darknesses and all that. We know like Xehanort was probably gonna bring out Kingdom Hearts and all this stuff. We already like kind of knew some of that ahead of time, but KH4 we know basically nothing, and I think that's really exciting. Well, obviously we didn't know everything about KH3 before, like, it, started, like, being made and that we still started seeing the game and all that, but, you know, a lot of the, let's say, what is up with this level right now? A lot of the, general strokes we, you know, kind of had the idea of, from the end of Dream Drop Distance. Yeah, I need to see more of Spyro as well. That game looks really interesting. I have, I have full faith in Toys for Bob to make something really good. Like Reignited was such a well done remake that like I don't think I'd really trust any other developer to make a new Spyro right now. Because they know that they have to evolve Spyro without removing what made the original game special. And I feel like they, more than, oh my god, more than any other dev, I feel like they would have a good grasp on how to do that. I'd like to think so anyways. God, it's really dark. Oh! Okay, that's bad. Because of the lip. I don't like this bit. I'm probably gonna die. Nice. Okay. Just remembering the caddy videos that these platforms move so slowly that I'm convinced they're clinically depressed. Oh god. Ah! That was a little bit sketch. Oh, another interesting thing. The there's like coding for in Insane for like the gem path. Like, you know how in this version like all the gems go by, and then it goes to like the next gem you just got. There's a you can find like uh what is it stuff in the game that suggests that maybe they originally were gonna do that in Insane, and it's like leftover code, I guess, but it's like just not used. So it's just I don't know. It makes sense why they cut that, but I think it's kind of fascinating. Alright, this level. This level is also a lot easier in Insane because it actually gives you like uh spots on the ground where the barrel's gonna fall. But there is no such thing in that in this version. So you kind of just have to get a feel for it. Oh, ooh, that was interesting. I probably should have gotten hit. I love the remix of this in Insane as well. Yeah. I don't like this. Oh! I'm surprised that worked out. Okay. Wow. Never mind. Okay. Oh, just go. Because the TNT explosion has like a range of like 3 boxes. You know, maybe we'll clear all the levels before Lois gets here. Might not get all the gems though. Do, do. Okay, we're good, we're good. That last bit can be a bit scary. %62%. The funny thing about how the percentage works as well is the fact that like it doesn't go up if you don't do the Torna bonus rooms like to get the saves, but it does go straight to 100% when you get the last gem. So it can go from like 30% to 100% in the blink of an eye. It's really funny. You just do that. You can't do that in Insane. Just hit the guy 3 times right away. Okay, that was almost sketch. Right. I feel like this hide behind the chairs thing, like, doesn't work half the time in Insane. Oh, an interesting thing in the original, or like the prototype, you hear like the generators, like, you hear like generator sounds like shut down after that fight, but they got rid of it for some reason. I think, like, I don't really know why. I feel like it makes more sense if you leave that in. Especially since the castle's on fire at the end of the game. Actually, no. Not even just that. I feel like it makes more sense if stuff's starting to power down, because in the level after well, in a couple levels after this, it's all like dark and stuff, and I feel like it makes more sense that being the case if like the power's going down, you know? So I don't know why they removed that. Oh well. It's a small thing, but... You look how much further I can go bouncing on these turtles compared to Insane. Like, it's pretty much a not... In this version, it's such a non-issue. It's like... Yeah, I don't know why they changed the jump physics. Good. It's still not an easy level, though. Especially since you don't really get a lot of masks here. Now that's a bit of a mistake. See on the top left, that's supposed to be the third island up there, but we're already on the third island. So that's a bit of a oopsie. Ah. Or maybe it's a secret fourth island that we don't see, or... I don't know. It'd be really funny if I did Game Shark codes or whatever the heck and modded in Stormy Ascent. I'm not gonna do that because I don't know how, but that would be pretty funny if I did that. Oh, well, so much for that bonus. Oh, jeez. Quite I saw a life up there. Yeah, I'm kind of just in focus mode right now, don't mind me. Okay. I'm going to be in focus mode for a few of these next upcoming levels. Oh, yeah, I also just realized I didn't go back to do the secret level, but I'll do that on my when I go back for my level revisits. Here we go. Everyone's favorite level. I actually quite like Slippery Climb. It's decently challenging. I do think the difficulty for this stage is a little bit overstated, but it does have its moments. It's definitely no Stormy Ascent. It's yeah, hi Nova. Okay, now I actually have a moment. Can I have PS1 emulator getting considerably better since you're finding this less interesting playing in strategy of insane? Yeah, I mean, fair. Oh, that was sketch. I don't think Insane did a lot good. But like, what the frick was that? Okay, no, I'm fine. I can still continue. I definitely wouldn't recommend the original Crash 1. Like, I think there's a lot of charm to it, but I think Crash 1 is the one that universally I can just say played the Insane version. But Crash 2 and 3 can be argued. Like, I think there's elements I prefer in Insane, but I think generally I prefer the PS1 versions, honestly. Yeah, I think like stuff like Dark Station is at a point where like emulating the original PS1 trilogy is at a point where like it's actually feasible without looking like a complete mess. I think like some of the artistic details I do find in some instances I do find work better in the original, because like I think it's more striking that the hands that try to grab you from inside the bars, like you just see eyes. Like I feel like it's one of those things where you don't need to show what's actually inside, because it kind of gets rid of some of the creepiness to it and like some of the atmosphere. I feel, oh my god, I feel like showing that they're weird ogre looking things and then saying kind of breaks some of the immersion for me. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe immersion's the wrong word, but it's like it does kind of mess with the vibe a bit. Oh, dang it. It's like this level's supposed to be like moody and like, you know, it's supposed to feel unfriendly. That was a stupid idea. Well, oh my god, is that Ekistan? What the heck? Hello? How's it going? I'm not used to seeing you here. I didn't even know you had a Twitch account. I'm gonna get the Candid crew in here at this point. It's quite an old account from like, yeah, the Epic Laser. Yeah, that's your old like Twitter account, isn't it? Laserman.exe from the hit game Mega Man Battle Network 4. No, that was bad. There's some bits in this next section that kind of scare me. Ugh! I did not like that. Don't hit those. Yeah. I've never gotten hit by the hands before. It would be really embarrassing if that happened now. There's all this nonsense. Okay, sure. Whatever. It's not like I need to clear that anyways. Yeah, this is probably the worst bit. I never like making this jump. Because, okay. That wasn't so bad, at least. This is like the end. Yeah, okay. Are you kidding me? Okay. So yeah. That sucks. That was at the end. That was at the end as well. I guess that's what I call. That's what I get for saying this level's not that bad. I'm tempted to just. Yeah. Okay. That didn't really save much time, anyways. Yeah. Yeah, we're at. Okay, yeah, we're at the point where Lewis is gonna be hit any second. So. I am good at video games. I kind of. I was kind of expecting that to happen, to be honest. I will be happy if I just finish Slippery Climb before he comes on at this point. Yeah, I'm very curious about how the race is gonna go. I feel like, yeah, I feel like Sonic CD is probably gonna be like a bit And I feel like that's gonna be one of the deciding factors. Because I don't think either of us are very good at that game. Wow. How the heck did I jump on them when they were down? That was interesting. Yeah. I always jokingly like said like what if we like add like a Knuckles run as well, and it's like, oh yeah, then we should add in Mania, and like, yeah, no, if we bring a superstar, it's like nah. That after a point it kind of just gets silly after a point. But like that would have been funny if we just did that. Come go up. Alright. Superstars but no bosses, yeah, right? Oh my god, that jump's always further than it looks. I don't like that. Okay. I kind of don't care about this bonus. I'll try clearing it anyways, but... yeah, well. It's fine. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna wait a second. Okay, as long as I don't die to this guy... Okay, we should be good. Oh, thank God. The level isn't too long, at least. Face. Completely erect. Speaking of, like, erect jokes, the DK64 being on NSO now kind of has me kind of tempted to give the game another shot. Very hard DK? Yeah, exactly. You can't finish... Okay, yeah, you can't get the gem in this level, so... Yeah, like... I don't know, maybe I'll... Maybe I'll do another stream of DK64, because I played that game, like, years ago at this point. Like, I kind of want to give it another try. Like, I didn't dislike it or anything like that, but, it definitely wasn't my favorite. I feel like I need to give it another chance. Especially since I like the Banjo game so much. Nope. Shouldn't have grabbed that. Yeah, I think it's just the fact that we have like a general idea of what Stop and Swap was now, like, okay. I think that is also just very fascinating. I really do wish that that stuff actually went through properly. Especially with, what was it? Bad Fur Day, at that point, like, all, traces of Stop and Swap were, like, just gone. Like, DK64 was, like, the last game to really, like, have it, like, hidden in the game in some ways. Like, there's elements of DK64 that were designed around Stop and Swap, like, being a thing. But they were, like, kind of just removed last minute. And then when you get to, like, Tui and Bad Fur Day, like, Tui has, like, scraps of it, and then Bad Fur Day is just, it's just missing entirely. It's very interesting to imagine what could have been. Yeah. Speaking of Banjo as well, there's a really funny April Fool's Banjo 3 review where it's just someone like it's like a legitimate review of like a made up Banjo 3. Like it'd be kind of funny if someone actually makes that someday based on on that guy's review. I don't know the user, but like it was a funny video. A new level of hallucinating. Yeah, yeah. We're not we're we're not gonna get a new game, so we're gonna make something up. Just... Oh, nice. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not super familiar with your gaming tastes, but if you're into like 3D platformers, I assume you'll get a kick out of them. To some degree, at least. At least, I feel like if you like Mario 64 and all that, I feel like you'll enjoy Kazooie to some degree, at the very least. Don't even know your own gaming tastes? That's a mood. Nope. My taste used to almost exclusively be like platformers and Zelda games. I'm definitely glad I've branched out since I was a kid. It was like platformers and like a handful of like licensed games and whatnot. As we know, as we all, that didn't go as planned. As we all know, The Incredibles: Rise of the Underminer is the best GameCube game. Too many. I haven't played too many open 3D platforms, but you did enjoy. Oh, really? Oh, that's funny. um, Odyssey. Yeah, those games are good. I, I haven't played Bonanza, but I really liked Odyssey. There's some parts of Odyssey that I don't like as much, um, but that sucked. I do actually have to clear that one. Well. Nice. You're the husky. Good old Kachow. I don't know why. I was just... Me and my brother were just endlessly amused at just Lightning McQueen just saying stuff when you just bumped into a wall. Oh no. Very silly game. Bonanza kind of feels like a refined version of Odyssey. Yeah, I mean, from everyone I've talked to, they basically say Bonanza is basically Odyssey 2 and everything but name. And it kind of, from what I've seen of it, that does kind of make sense. I will say I'm not a fan of the limited DK challenge thing they have going on. Like I don't know why we keep having this limited time stuff. It's really weird. Like it kind of just feels like a weird Nintendo thing just for having a weird Nintendo thing. Encourage people to play and talk about games for a bit. Yeah, it's probably like a seasonal thing. Like make some games like relevant again for a little bit. Get to it now. Yeah, that's how they get you. FOMO and all that. Not FUMO, unfortunately. I'm gonna do this because there's another one up here. Yeah, Bonanza looks cool though. Like everyone, oh, okay. I'm surprised I didn't get hit there. Everyone tells me that I would adore Bonanza. I probably would. I do own the game. I just haven't played it. Fair, understandable. Must observe. Okay. I could be misremembering some of the story of this game, of the development, but I remember hearing that like the whole boxes and all that was like something they thought about at like not the 11th hour, but like right before they were gonna show off the game at E3. They decide. Oh, there he is. They decided to yeah. They decided to do the whole boxes thing, and like I think some of the higher ups or whatever were like, "What are you doing? Why are you changing things right now? We need to show the game at E3," and then the whole crash breaking boxes became like a main series staple. So it's kind of funny how that happened. I could be wrong about some of that though. I remember hearing something about that at one point. I might be wrong. Also, hi, Lewis.
Hello. I'm here.
I see you wanna.
No rush.
Yeah, I assume you wanna get the race started in a minute then.
As soon as you can.
Alright. I was basically just going until you're gonna show up, honestly.
Oh, fair.
Yeah, that's the whole reason I did this. You can't make alterations before the presentation. Boxes got crashed, hee No! I love the miss, like, no, you can't just something something, haha, X go, bruh. I can't think of an example right now though, but yeah. I'm so close to finishing all the main levels at least. Yeah, I was talking earlier. I feel like some of the sticking points in the race. I feel like CD might be uh one of the hiccups, or like that might be one of the deciding factors. And
It depends, because Wacky Workbench is
yeah,
a very. It's Wacky Workbench is going to be the thing that fucks either one of us up.
yeah. I feel like
Or both.
Sonic 3 is probably going to be the deciding factor overall, but
I think it could be. I think either could end up like fucking us both up.
yeah.
Depending on like if we miss a jump or anything like that, because we don't know
Okay.
like missing a jump can be
Oh yeah.
really detrimental in Sonic.
Oh yeah. Um. I did do a save bonus in this, right? I'm pretty sure I'm fine. So if I do this, okay, I'm fine. All right, cool. So I'll just turn this off then. Um, okay. So give me a few minutes to change the stream and like set things up, and then I guess we'll do Sanic.
Shall we
Yeah.
do something so that we don't get disturbed?
Um,
Because we're both going to be concentrating on a race.
I mean,
It's gonna.
I'm not against people coming in, but we're just gonna have to. I don't know. If you don't want that, I guess.
We're both gonna. We're both gonna be concentrating on the game.
Yeah.
So the last thing we want is like people coming
And jump scaring us. I mean, I can. Yeah,
jump scaring us.
I can limit the users in the chat to just 2, so it doesn't happen.
Fuck it. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. I will also. Yeah, I need to change the rules and the permissions so you can actually screen share as well. How do I do this? I forget how this works. Why can I not edit the permission? Okay. Permissions for advanced. Okay, here we go. Here we go. It was like hidden. Where is... Where is it? Where is... Voice activity video. There we go. Okay, I gave it to the mods. You should be able to screen share now. So I will. Okay, so I'm gonna end my stream for a few minutes. We'll be back in a minute. Yeah, just gotta change some stuff.